All right, what's going on, everyone? This is the kid DC Wrestling back at it again with another video. This is your Friday, August 6th, Friday Night Smackdown review. Well, before I get into the Smackdown review, crazy announcement during the second half of SmackDown. We saw a lot of NXT stars get releases. I'm going to name out a few. This list includes Bronson Reed, which for me was the most shocking one. Because for me, it looked like he was going to go up to the main roster. And plus, he was the former NXT North American champion. Bobby Fish, who was just in a feud with Roderick Strong. So that was weird. Leon Ruff, Tyler Rust, Jake Atlas, Mercedes Martinez, Asher Hale, Giant Zangier. Sorry if I meant to pronounce these names. Zachariah Smith, Keanu Reeves, Errol Sterling, and then the referee, Stephon Smith. So that's kind of crazy. And plus, I also heard that this past week, NXT drew their lowest rating of 500 and something thousand views. But not a good week for NXT, man. So sucks for them. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Like I said, I kind of really feel bad for guys like Bronson Reed because it felt like that he could have been something on the main roster, but obviously we know how that went. So, it is what it is at the end of the day. But we still had SmackDown tonight. Nonetheless, we kick things off with Sasha Banks. She talks about how she's back, and it's boss time on SmackDown. She talks about that she is back. Well, she came back for the spotlight she deserves. She just rips in to Bianca Belair and basically goes about how that she is the reason why Bianca is in that position that she is in right now. It's because of Sasha Banks. And then that's where she stands on the announce table as Belair enters the ring. And Belair is just, flaunting, going at it. Sasha Banks talking about, how, well, I did it on my own and stuff like that. And, I'm the champ and stuff like that. So Belair says she will see Banks at SummerSlam, but we see Zelina Vega come out, and Zelina Vega wants a title shot, and I guess it's set for Zelina Vega versus Bianca Belair for the SmackDown Women's title. After that, man, we see the first match of the night. We see one half of the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, right-hand man Jey Uso versus Dominic Mysterio. Overall, I thought this matchup was okay. It was very solid. Dominic gets distracted by his dad and Jimmy, and because of that, Jey was able to take advantage, hitting the super kick, getting the Uso splash for the W. So that is how that ended. Next, we get a championship contenders match. WWE Intercontinental Champion Paulo Cruz versus King Nakamura. Overall, I thought this matchup was okay. Shinsuke does get the win by DQ, so I guess, with how it ended, especially with Nakamura fighting off Cruz in the ring and Commander Aziz, it seems that we're going to get Nakamura versus Apollo Crews for the IC belt at SummerSlam, which I have no problem whatsoever with that. Now, after that, we see that Zelina Vega and Bianca Belair will be a championship contenders match. It will not be a title match. Now, we see the women's tag team champion, Tamina Snuka. Obviously, our other partner, Natalya, is currently injured right now, so Tamina is doing singles run for a little bit, and she's facing Tegan Nox. Solid match. Tegan Nox gets the win here, so I'm really like how Tegan and Shotzi, they've been picking up steam, picking up momentum these past few weeks. Hey, you love to see it. Now, we see Zelina Vega with Sonya Deville, Adam Pearce. She's like, she wants to know when she's going to get her title match. She feels like she deserves a title match. But then, Sonya and them's like, well, I mean, you just got here. And, Belair doesn't make the title matches around here. I do, which DeVille says. That's what she said. So, but, if anything go well tonight, that's what Adam Pearce said. He said if Zelina can do well tonight, then she can get a title match against the winner of Sasha Banks and Belair. And Zelina was cool with that. She was confident. So we see Edge in the ring, man. He's calling out Rollins, and he just rips into Rollins, and then Rollins comes out, and Rollins is laughing and talks about how, Edge, I know you got a plan B and stuff like that, and, this and that. I'm the architect. I'm better than you, and you know it, which was MJF reference, I guess. Edge then challenges Rollins to a match. Rollins obviously accepts after just ripping into Edge. And we end that segment there. Really good segment. I thought this was one of a good segment tonight. Edge and Rollins really did good here. Now we see Caleb Braxton with Finn Balor. Finn Balor obviously not in a good mood. He talks about how, he's going to finish off Corbin tonight. And then after he's done with Corbin, he's going after Cena and Reigns. We get the Street Profits versus Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler. Again, this is a solid match. Ford wins the Street Profits win after Ford hits the big frog splash for the W. Next, we see the Championship Contenders match. Bianca Belair versus Lena Vega. Obviously, at this point, this was when the NXT releases were announced. So, obviously, a lot of people over the internet talking about that. But overall, I thought this matchup was okay. Bianca Belair gets the kiss of death for the win. So, that's how that ends. So, Zelina Vega ain't getting no title shot anytime soon. We get Finn Balor versus Baron Corbin. This is a solid main event match. Finn Balor gets the W here after hitting the coup de grace, but Balor's not done. He's like, I want Cena, give me Reigns. I want Cena. Like, give me something here. The tribal chief, the head of the table, Roman Reigns comes out. He talks about how Balor, like, I understand, like, I get, your frustration here, but hey, it's over now for you now, basically. So then we get the USOS coming out. They're attacking Balor, and then, he fights off the USOS. Balor does, and then, of course, he's really challenging Reigns. Reigns comes back in the ring, and him and the Bloodline basically attack and beat up Balor. So that's how SmackDown ends. Overall, I thought this show was pretty solid. I think the best thing of this night was the Edge and Seth thing, and, of course, the Roman stuff. But overall, I thought this was a solid episode of SmackDown. So that's been my SmackDown review. Also, this Sunday, I have a very special video, another special video about a typical SummerSlam main event. It's actually going to be about The Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar, so tune into that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel. This has been the Kid DC Wrestling, and so on. Yeah.